For the record.
Good day, everyone. Welcome to another episode of For the Record. Yes, that's right. And this is yours truly,
Senor Simon.
your brave and firm, confidant of truth and agent of light and clarity to a darkened and unclear controversies in our society and its people. Good day to everyone. For this episode of For the Record, we're going to talk about this place in the United States that is now a den of drugs and crimes. That's a question, folks, that we are going to tackle for this episode of
For the record.
Before continuing, I would like to remind everyone to please click like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on notification bell so that you will be updated and be informed every time that we will having our For the Record like this episode. And we also have our Facebook fan page, Senor Simon or Senor Simon Issue 101. Please don't forget to follow and like. And also please include our Twitter account at Senor Simon 101 so that you will be updated and you're going to keep on be informed of what our activities are, or the activities of Senor Simon. So, friends, I actually stumbled on a certain news report video in YouTube from cbnnews.com regarding on a status or on the status of a certain city in the United States that is very, very much troubling to everyone, especially people also around the world. So let's watch this video from cbnnews.com and let's ponder on this and talk about what is happening, what is going on here, and why this one happens on this city. And this one is in Portland City in Oregon.
Good morning from the beautiful city of Portland, Oregon.
These are images and video from an army of citizen journalists in Portland who have been documenting a city in decline.
See, friends, even in public places, they are doing this very horrendous, very, what we call this in English, worrisome thing that people are doing even inside public transportation. This does not happen here in the Philippines, folks, friends, but this happens in Portland. Let's continue.
Public drug abuse, addicts sprawled on the sidewalks
Oh, what the heck?
or wandering the streets. Tent encampments on many street corners and fires seen burning along the roadways. What used to be one of America's most beautiful and livable cities is being slowly destroyed by epidemic levels of crime, drug abuse, homelessness, and mental illness. One local is called Portland an open-air insane asylum.
That is why, folks, friends, we are titling this episode, "This place in the United States is now a den of drugs and crimes." Let's continue.
We went to one of Portland's many tent encampments with drug and alcohol counselor Kevin Dahlgren, who's trying to help the city's addicts. Many of the tents you see here are supplied by Multnomah County. Dahlgren believes at least some officials are okay with what's happened to the city.
How could they not be okay with it for as long as this has gone on, right? Every day we walk past these camps, we see people languishing and dying on the streets. That is not okay. Every year we say this is a state of emergency, right? But who here is treating it like a true state of emergency?
Dahlgren says activists actually put up empty tents to attract more tents.
That is a common practice to arrest.
What? This is very alarming, folks. From one civilized country to another, the United States is actually declining on this, friends. I mean, the civilization in the United States, I'm sorry to say this to our viewers in the US, but not just the spirituality or the morality is declining in the United States, but also this health and mental problems, friends. It's very rampant in the US.
Tends to invite homeless.
That's actually due to, later on, we're going to discuss why this happened in Portland.
To be homeless, right? And that makes our job now 10 times harder. They will just erect the tents in hopes that a person will find the tent and move inside.
During our time with Dahlgren, he met one homeless man who said he was given a bus ticket to Portland by the city of Billings, Montana. Portland has become a mecca for addicts and drug dealers who have migrated here from across the country to take advantage of weak drug laws. It's also attracted drug cartels.
What? Wow. Really? So this is what this state is? Because it is allowing the proliferation and the consumption of... Wow. Wow.
There were 11 drug overdoses on March 31st alone, and one pill of fentanyl can cost as little as $1.
Actually, they are using fentanyl, friends.
I feel like we've invited people to come to our city to kill themselves.
A Portland photographer who goes by the street name of Michelle Ghost has been capturing the decline of the city through her lens.
We're giving them the tools that they need to stay alive just long enough to end up dying on our streets.
After rioting over George Floyd's death resulted in the destruction of large parts of Portland in 2020, Mayor Ted Wheeler thanked the rioters before he was hit with tear gas. Things got worse for the city when Oregon voters approved Measure 110. It decriminalized possession of small amounts of drugs, making it a health...
This is the measure or the law, friends, that backed this insanity in the state of Oregon.
care issue and not a crime. Police officials say it's led to a huge increase in the amount of drugs on the streets, which has led to a surge in crime. It wasn't always like this.
Portland, Oregon, one of the nation's most beautiful cities. The citizens of Portland attend many fine churches. It is a family town, a good place to bring up children.
In Portland today, a viral video shows a man using drugs in front of a child.
Whew. That is why, for all the citizens of the world, you should know and understand why the previous administration in the Philippines, that is through the former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, friends who are watching us, and from the perspective of a common Filipino citizen, that's why we approved the war on drugs of of former President Duterte. This is why we backed up former President Duterte in his war on drugs, because of cases like this. And the ICC does not recognize the concerns made by ordinary Filipino citizens. That's why they are after on the former president for his firm stand against illegal drugs. Because we don't want to view our streets like this one happening in the United States. So probably, folks, friends, I will have future videos in English that will explain our stand, our firm opposition on immorality that is now implemented in the Western countries especially in the United States, that includes same-sex marriage, that includes abortion, legalizing abortion, because here in my beloved country, the Philippines, we upheld strong family ties and higher level of morality. So, actually, friends, that is why the usage of harmful substances in the US, or most especially, specifically in Oregon, and why their streets look like this one, because friends, because of this. The first state in the US, Oregon, to decriminalize drug possession. So this measure, according to the report, garnered 58.46% approval of their voting public. According to this, Oregonians made their state the first in the United States to decriminalize the personal possession of illegal drugs, including cocaine, heroin, oxycodone, and methamphetamine, mga ka-issue. Co-issues, friends, folks. So according to this law, friends, it is only those who will caught having a possession of this kind of drugs stated here, friends, they will only have a $100 fine, which they will waive this fine if that person who caught having a possession of small amount of drugs, as long as he or she will agree to participate in health assessment, he or she will not going to pay this fine. In other words, they are decriminalizing drug possession. Instead, they are making it only as civil violation, similar, according to this article, similar to a traffic offense. But they still uphold that selling and manufacturing of drugs will remain illegal. Now, the reason that the people in the state of Oregon approved this measure 110, because by the way, the link is on the description box if you want to go through all the text that we used in this video, friends. You can take a look and read it all, but I will just skip it so that I will not consume most of our time. So according to this report, they allow this measure, ballot measure 110, because number one, they think that the drug prohibition has failed. Number two, because decriminalizing puts money to better use. Because it is very, according to them, costly to incarcerate person for possession or using illegal drugs. Then, the drug war targets people of color. Friends, that's their reason. Now, in this article, Oregon's drug decriminalization needs to go farther. At the bottom, friends, this is very alarming. This is very very disturbing, because according to this article from Cato.org, this institute named as Cato, I don't know, I don't have the time to research on this or on this organization, whatever it is. It says, nevertheless, 110, or that's the measure that allowing or converting or decriminalizing illegal drug possession in the state of Oregon into just a civil infraction, was a step in the right direction. Oh my God. 5,400 fewer people were arrested in the 10 months after decriminalization compared to the same period in 2020. The Oregon Criminal Justice Commission estimates decriminalization will reduce racial and ethnic disparities in arrest and convictions. Okay, let's move on to this part. Oregon can improve its policy and save lives by, take note of this, and this is very alarming and disturbing, friends, by legalizing the manufacture, distribution, and sale of drugs rather than just decriminalizing use. I hope that it will not going to happen here in the Philippines, because their model on this actually is Portugal. Whoa. Whew. I have goosebumps on this. This K2.org, or this blog, written by, who's writing this? This was written in September 7, 2022 by Jeffrey Meron and Jacob Winter. They suggested that the condition or the policy can be improved in more and save more lives, in which, in contrary to the video that we watched from CBN, or from cbnnews.com, it shows, friends, that it shows that there are lots of having an overdose of usage of illegal drugs. They said that if they suggest that by legalizing the manufacture and distribution and sale of drugs rather than just decriminalizing the use, Oregon can save lives. Oh my God. Finally, from Fox News, a report states that an Oregon paper laments homeless crisis, high taxes, violence driving residents to other states. According to this, Oregonian noted declining sense of safety. This was published just recently, friends. Just this Sunday, that Oregonian noted declining sense of safety as homeless camps, garbage take over sidewalks, trails, and parks. According to this, the Oregonian newspaper pinned an editorial about the coastal state, particularly its state of Portland, that was once the darling of national media, seeing its population fleeing in droves. According to this article, for decades, Oregon hasn't had to sell itself as a destination. Who wouldn't want to live in the state of trees and mountains, drink its award-winning craft beers, and enjoy its laid-back culture? The Oregonian's editorial board asked hypothetically. Turns out thousands of now former Oregonians. Census figures show that about 16,000 more people left Oregon than moved in from July 2021 to July 2022. Is the first decline for Oregon since the 1980s, when the nation was engulfed in a recession. As the Oregonian Oregon Live's Jamie Goldberg reported. That's according to the editorial board. So in other words, friends, folks, people are fleeing. They are moving out. They are leaving the state of Oregon. One thing, because of this. But I wonder how this 53 or 58.46% now, or what is in the minds of these who voted in favor of the measure 110, friends.
For the record.
Probably we have some viewers from the state of Oregon, especially the city of Portland, who daily are experiencing or is experiencing this ruckus, this situation in their neighborhood. You may leave a comment. Perhaps you may disagree on what we are talking about here, but the truth is, and I am hoping that none of our officials in the Philippines will follow suit on what the state of Oregon is doing and deciding to decriminalize drug possession, and even to the point of decriminalizing manufacturing and selling.
For the record.
Once again, friends, don't forget to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel and click on notification bell. Please click all so that you will be kept updated. And of course, our Senior Simon Issue 101 Facebook fan page. Please follow and like, and together with that, our Twitter account at Senior Simon 101. Until then, this is yours truly,
Senior Simon.
your firm and courageous confidant of truth and agent of light and clarity to a darkened and unclear controversies in our society and its people. For this show,
For the record.
will say that a well-informed person is advantageous. Take care, God bless you all, and all praises belongs to our Lord Jesus Christ. Bye-bye.